Good evening, everyone, live around the world. This is Grinia. Today is the 15th of March, 2022. It is day 886 of the Flight of the Phoenix. It has been a manic past few days. Let me just say that much. I have not meant to miss this much streaming since I came back, and it's just driving me nuts. Ugh. Ugh, yuck, 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 yuck. Okay. Let's get started here. So last time we kind of failed. Rather dramatically, I might add. To really get anywhere with the space program. But we are back, and we are going to try again, because you know what? Okay, understood. Thanks, I've got it. Ah! Oh god. Go away. Let's use the ComNet. Thanks, I've got it. Upgrades. Yes, I have upgrades. Okay, we are in the dark at Cape Canaveral, but of course I don't use Cape Canaveral because, well, yeah, things is dark, yo. But anyway, hello, Earth body info. Yes, radiation on the surface is nominal. I'd flippin' hope so. We use the launch site in French Guiana at Gourou, or however the hell it's pronounced. But, get that switched over, and then we can spend our upgrade. So, let's see, who do we have in the chat list today? Gamester4, Adept W, and Gaxips06. Ay, 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 ay. Oi, 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 oi. Okay. Blur, blur, blur. What do I want to do here? What am I thinking of? What am I looking for? I'm looking for something. I just can't think of what it is. Okay. Ah! I clicked on the tracking station again. I need to quit faffing around. Okay. So I made a few changes to our setup for how our game is designed, like the difficulty settings. You notice it was custom last time we worked on pure easy, but one of the things I changed is that we're not using the X-plane contracts, mostly because they're, like, I would design planes, but there is actually a glitch in the runway where, you notice how it looks like, well, you can't notice anything because it's pitch dark. Well, I went too fast. Okay. We're going to go ahead and skip forward today because, well, I'm dumb. Okay. So you notice how that runway looks like a perfect runway. That is, in fact, what the level 3 runway looks like. I know the level 2 isn't that good, but that is what the level 3 runway looks like in KSP. That is not actually a level 3 runway. That is a level 1 runway, which is pock full of holes and made of dirt. So ordinarily I would launch planes, but we can't really do that very well in this particular situation. Not to mention, I'm not the best at them. In the best of circumstances, I'd rather not have to compensate for the fact that my runway is broken in a way that I can't actually see. So we're going to focus on the space part of our space program. And we're going to do it right this time, because I learned a few things playing my own version of this game. That will probably help us out here. Like, we'll see. So, who are my astronauts right now? Christelle Hoffman, Wolf Schneider, Anke Fischer, and Shannon Lewis are my current astronauts. They're not Kerbals, but whatever. Okay, let me see here. Astronauts. Courses. I'm not going to use any of these courses, because I need to... Alright, anyway. We need to research better parts first. Yeah, things was dark, but now things is light. Alright, mission control. I want to get an upgrade going, because we do need the extra... How much will it cost me to build... Get a new launch pad going, because that'll take a good 3 years to build. See what I mean? Let's put a couple more points. Let's put a point into our R&D and a point into my vehicle assembly building. I can put more points into the VAB and stuff once I have my contracts squared away. This is not the correct screen. Okay, I need this one. We need to make our first launch and reach 1,000 meters. Okay. Launch any rocket or aircraft. We get 3,800 and we win 5,800 and 2 points of reputation. We will do this. That's currently our only available contract until we get our first launch of any type out of the way. While I design the rocket, we're going to go ahead and take a quick 90-second break, just so we can go ahead and clear the pre-roll ads. We will be right back after these messages. Don't go anywhere. Also, this is a good time to check out the website and consider supporting the channel if you would like to see me be able to move on from having to use ads, because if I'm able to do this full-time without having to worry about ads and stuff, I'd love to do that. That'd be fantastic. But for now, we're going to take 90 seconds, and we'll be right back. Alright, we are back. I have most of the basic design of the rocket done. I just have to finish putting it together here. There's the Aerobee engine, which right now is in the WAC Corporal config, which has a burn time of 47. Come on. Recognize the engine. There we go. Okay. Now I can do this. We want a burn time of about a minute. Okay, 2 meters. That's just about perfect. Alright. Bead propellant is okay. Now we need a decoupler. I'm not sure why they insist on these being fillet. Well, probably because it's exposed. I guess that makes sense. But anyway, then we want a Tiny Tim booster on the bottom here. That can't... There we go. Just had to kind of work it into position. We're going to go ahead and drop it down to where it's in the proper position. We're going to put some science on it, because I love to forget to do that. And my keys got reset. Editor extensions, reset mode, and snap keys. Okay. Yeah! Flip! Okay. I still do not like this WASD editor camera. I'm probably going to get rid of it, simply because I cannot figure out how to get it back into the original configuration. Anyway, Phoenix troubles, am I right? Sputnik PS1 antenna. Unfortunately, that does not stand for PlayStation 1. That does not exist in 1951. Sorry. We're going to go ahead and tool this tank, because I can use it for a while. And, can we not tool the decoupler? I guess not. Ooh, I like this music. Me like! What is it? It is Norwood Grove from... some album. Northwood Chronicles, I think it is. Okay, we'll use 3 fins. Another reason I don't like this weird camera setup is that it makes it hard for me to center my view on the rocket. Okay, 5 degrees of tilt. Now we're going to go back into place. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab 3 of these small spin motors here. We're going to, oops. We're going to attach them like that. What those are going to do is they're going to give us a little bit of an extra kick that'll hopefully let me start this engine. Okay. We'll use... I like the small Apollo styles because they work well for these. Ah! I want 2 of them. Because I like my symmetry. So that all fires at the same time. Sounding rocket Mark 1. Guess we're probably going to build more than 10 of these designs. Save. Do I have the thing that allows me to file my crafts? No, I'm going to have to get that. So I have some mods to change in this particular setup. Alright, viewers, give me a name for this item. Give me a name for the actual space vehicle. I would love a name here. Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Okay. You guys get what you get. Alright, let's go ahead and get this built in 65 days. See the benefit of tooling? Okay. Now I can also go ahead and, just to be safe, I'm only going to purchase 2, because that gives us enough funds to be able to launch more rockets. That still leaves us with $23 million in the conversion that I like to use. And that'll get it done in 52 days, so we'll be launching in probably February, yeah. Alright, well. And naturally the rollout is finished and it's dark. So we bring things forward so y'all can actually see what's going on. Let's fly. Also, this time we're going to remember to, you know, actually start the sciencing. I'm also playing an idle game on my phone when I'm not faffing around, when I'm waiting for things to happen. Yeah, it has no operational SAS, but we can, however... Why is that so dark? Is it because of the angle of the sun? That's really dark for a reflective metal thing. Alright, let's see how well this works. Alright, here we go. Go! 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 Alright! We're on our way! Well, that's a cloud bank. Of course, we're getting some speed and altitude records. We're not going to be setting too much of an altitude record with this particular design. I'm wondering if that structure is heavy. Because that's a lot less delta V than I usually get out of this rocket. Also, what happened? It ran out of propellant. Okay, that's surprising. It actually burned to completion in 57 seconds. It said it had about a minute of... What did it run out of? It ran out of... Looks like it ran out of IRFNA 3. We're not going to get high enough to get any actual science out of this, but it does allow us to say we did things. That's less than ideal, but... Yeah, see, that was much brighter in the vehicle assembly building. I might have to muck around with the ambient lighting a bit. least we get to see it flop around like a crazy thing. And then prang into the ground. Going just about Mach 1. Going so fast that it actually clips right through the ground for a second. Well, of course... Oh, we did get a little bit of science. We got 0.3. I wonder why it didn't tell me that in the log. That's weird. Okay, but now we actually have some contracts. We need to reach 65 kilometers with a sounding contract and reach 100 kilometers with an uncrewed craft. Well, that doesn't have an expiration date. That gives us 270 days to do it, but we're hopefully going to have it done a lot sooner than that. What I think I want to do is I'm going to add a little bit of extra length to the Aerobee stage, because it looks like it's getting through all of its propellant. It's a little interesting that it had that high of a data unit level before we'd even really started. So I wonder if those aren't... Yeah, those are actually reducing our efficiency quite severely. So I think I'm just going to make do without the spin motors. And then I can add a little bit more length to this stage. Now, what other engines do I have? I have the Veronique. Okay. Alright, new thought. We're going to mix things up a little here. We're going to take the current rocket, and we're going to stick a Veronique engine underneath. So we actually need to take the fins off this stage. We need to put the fins on this stage. Okay, this needs high-pressure tanks as well. Alright, what's the burn time on this particular stage? On this engine? 45. So again, we want to go for about a minute. Minute 3. Okay, that's a lot more powerful. We'll use 4 fins. Because that's what it's going to take to spin stabilize this thing. Yeah! I gotta fix my thing. There we go. 5 degrees rotation. Alright, for this rocket, once we adjust it into position, there we go. I think we can still use the smalls. We'll just use 4 of them. Okay, now this really does mean that we do need the spin motors. We need the smaller app. We just need 3 of them. They all need to fire here. Alright. Mark II. And we'll see how this goes. This will be ready in... Oh, whoops. Show or hide the build list. Cancel, please, because I need to tool the tanks. Build list. Go over here for a moment, please. Tool tank. And tool tank. We can actually launch this. And we have to tool that one, too. We can actually launch this, well, not much faster than we could at whatever. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Build. So we'll be launching this one in April of 1951. So I wanted to talk about the giveaways. The game giveaway I've already talked about ad nauseum. 2 copies of Dead by Daylight, 2 copies of Tabletop Simulator. The subscriber giveaway I've talked about as well. You get hand-drawn Great Phoenix logo delivered right to your door if you support us $10 a month or more. If you're $20 a month or more, you'll get a $10 Steam gift code. If you go up to $50 a month or more, you'll get a game of your choice off Steam or Epic for $25 or less at the $50 tier, and you'll still get the hand-drawn logo, just not the $10 Steam card. I also have a new giveaway that I'm starting, where each month I will give the top bit cheerer and the top sub-gifter in the channel $5 Steam cards. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the new set of giveaways. And that's going to be every month. Every month it'll reset. And it's based on who has the lead at the end of the last stream of each month. Let's fly another rocket, and then we'll take a break. Alright, here we go. Let's once again start the science up. This one's a lot trickier of a launch. The whole thing starts to spin, just as it was designed to do. We're already through Mach 1. Probably should have tuned the thrust regime down a little bit on this engine. Because we definitely could have had the engine burning a lot longer. Uh-oh. It cut a little early. Let's see here. Go and go. Yes! Good transition onto the other engine. Move mechanical jab out of the way. Not sure why I have my orbital display open. It's over here, too. We're at 1,000. Mach 4. Yes. Completed the low altitude sounding rocket. We're going to clear the atmosphere. We are generating science. See, that's what we needed. We're out of the atmosphere. We're going to go all the way up to 300,000 kilometers, or 300,000 meters. All right. Holy Toledo! Look at that! 10 credits worth of science! Yes! 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 That's just what we need to see out of a sounding rocket flight. Yes! Boom! And we're going to get to see a real boom here in a moment. This thing's about to go shaboom! Alright. That's great. 11 credits worth of science. That's going to be enough for the first row of the tree, probably get us into level 3 of the tree, or the second row of the tree, because the first one's the unlocked parts. This is going to get us into the third row of the tree, hopefully. I think. And we are on fire, because we're coming in at like Mach 5. Mach 7, excuse me. Is anything going to survive? The spin motors have burned up. The core of the rocket survived. Wow. I'm impressed at the fact we just dropped this thing into the air at about Mach 7 or 8 and it didn't burn up. We spin, 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 spin. And boom. Alright, that was a great mission. Something else exploded. I'm not sure what exploded. Oh, a procedural tank. Okay, recover the debris, of course. Look at that, yes. We even made the speed record of 2,000 meters a second on the way back in. Look at that, 11.8 science. All right. Of course, we want to get the new rocket parts, because I can use these engine upgrades and the new engines. I'm not sure if I'll use the jet engines, really. So we might stay out of supersonic development. That might get us some good control surfaces, though. You know what? No. I'm going to do this all row by row like I usually do. You have to unlock everything in a row before you unlock the next row. We're going to want the early tracking systems. We're going to want post-war materials science. Supersonic plane development. We have access to Mach 2 flight and crew science. Okay. Alright, and then let's get... We're in the second row now, of course. Early solid rockets is only 1 science. Early rocketry, that's 2 science. Supersonic flight is 2 science, and that's going to be it. Alright. That gives us hypersonic flight and high-altitude flight in crew science as well. So those will be useful later. This early materials science is 7. It'll have to wait until we get these avionics prototypes and probably early science, because that'll give me... We'll see. I think we're going to launch another silver bullet. I'm going to check the contracts first, though, because I might be having to do a redesign, because we will be looking at launching sounding rocket payload. Okay, let me exit this, because I got to check our contracts before I get too far into the design process here. Okay, altitude sounding rockets and downrange distance. So we need 185 units of payload. Except that, damn it, I missed the other one. We don't really want to do near-Earth avionics yet. We also don't have rockets powerful enough for that yet. However, we can do some significant upgrades to our design, or our construction, and especially our science here. Let's get it up to 4.7. We'll get our... There we go. See, that's going to have our science done very quickly. We'll have a lot of science done in 1951. And then our launch pad for bigger rockets will be ready in 1952 now, it looks like. So we really are picking up the momentum. We need to design a rocket with 160 units of sounding rocket payload. So I was hoping that we still had ads for bits, but no, they took it out. Well, shoot. Either way, we're going to take a 2-minute break while I do some redesigning here. And when we return, we will have more rocketry to do. We are back! Okay, we are back in the third part of this particular stream. And this is the vehicle I have come up with. It's the same rocket, largely. I just expanded the cone and stretched this section up here. Whereas this will be something that we will work on later, the RD-200 engine. This will be useful. We might actually be able to build a 3-stage rocket and see just what we can do with that, because that engine is not actually subject to ullage. Now this setup actually seemed alright, so I don't think we need to change the fins. I do need to put the small spin motors on, and this time we do need 4 of them. Because we don't have the larger motors yet. So this is our Mark III sounding rocket. We'll call it a Silver Bar, because I can't seem to think of any better names. Alright, let's build it. Oh, shit, I need to actually, scrap, yes. We need to, you know, have the sounding rocket payload. $57.5, which means we need 127.6 in this tank. That is not the correct tank. I need this tank. That actually drops my delta V quite severely. Fun. See if that helps a little. Alright, so the new rocket is under construction. We'll have some more powerful engines soon too, and I'm sure that'll help. Soon after this flight, we have the early rocketry or post-war rocketry testing finishing up. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and put another point into our SciDev for now. All right. It's going to be a dim launch, but it's not going to be a dark launch, so we can go ahead and launch. My cat is watching something. Huh. Forgot I left that antenna just embedded. Well, I guess that works. Here we go. We need to reach 160 kilometers. Alright, so far so good. We're about to come up on first stage separation. A little bit more wobble than I really wanted to see in the separation. Did I start the science? I didn't. Oh wait, I can just do this. We've cleared 100. On 30, 40, 50, 160. I think we got it. 175. Okay, so that should be enough reserve momentum just in case we ended up a little bit short. Collecting a little more science, which is always useful. And now we're in space. We're not going to be in space long enough to finish these experiments, but hey, we're going to get more science out of them for sure. And we did complete our contract. There we go. Altitude sounding rocket difficult. We didn't get as high as I had wanted to, but we're also running a payload-laden rocket, which we're going to be doing a lot of, because this is how we're going to be making money while we're turning around and getting science unlocked, so we can unlock better parts, make bigger rockets, do things better. This thing's going to spin like a top. And it's still sending back science. I mean, we could unlock that blue sky node. I think my science would be better spent on the science node, because that will, of course, get us more science pieces. Telemetry analysis is done. Alright, and that is all the science we are going to get from this vehicle, because there's no science in the lower atmosphere. Because of our odd manner of flying, we are slowing down rather abruptly. We're actually about to drop pretty soon below Mach 1. Well, this is probably from the leftover aniline and stuff sloshing around in this tank. The IRFNA and the nitrogen is sloshing around, and I think this actually does, in this particular circumstance, simulate propellant slosh. I'm not sure if it does or not, but that would explain quite a bit here. Either way, there's more weight at the back end of this rocket than there is forward, which is why we're kind of in this odd configuration here. It wants to try and fly nose forward, but it can't. Because it's more stable, even though it's relatively unstable. It's more aerodynamically stable with the engine forward. I wonder if anything will survive when we hit the water. At 100 meters a second, probably not, but no. Yeah, I'd have been surprised on that one. But hey, we completed our contract. We would have completed 2 contracts had I accepted the other one quickly enough. But sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Okay. Of course, recover that. Let's complete the post-war rocketry testing, because that will give us some config upgrades here. Oh, and we'll also be able to get the upgrade to mission control soon, too. Let's do that. Doesn't cost us all that much. Now this has me considering a 3-stage sounding rocket. Okay, we can get the upgraded A4 engine, the RD-101, and the XASR-1 in the Arabi, which gives us a slightly longer burn time and much, much better performance. This tank not tooled? Huh. It actually gives us a shorter burn time, but it gives us much better performance. don't have any configs for that one yet. I wonder how this thing will do as the core of a rocket instead. What's the performance on the Veronique? Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of reconfiguring here. I'm gonna get rid of this piece. No, that's not going to do better. So we're going to put the Veronique back on here, unless I have another one. What do I have right now? Because I don't have the RD200, which is the one that I like to use. For the first stage of a 3-stage vehicle, because a lot of these are just, they're too damn powerful. I wonder, Derwent 5. I'm scheming, but either way. It'll be helped when we get better lower stage engines, because I think this RD200 will do a hell of a lot better even in a 2-stage configuration. So we can put the launch clamps back on. I think this is Mark IV. You know, just iterate toward better vehicles. You know, that's all we've got to do here. Let me see here. So it'll be 165 units of payload. Come on, get it? Yes. So I can't actually tune this down very much, because actually I can't tune it down at all. So 57.5, which means I need 107.6. Because it's 165 units for one and 130 for the other. It gives us 165.1. And we have to reach 170 kilometers. Well, we proved we can do that with the with the version that had heavier and older engines. Now we have this newer Araby style engine. Is everything tooled? Let's tool it down. Because this will be what we use for a while for these sounding rocket contracts. Once I have 3 stages, we will be doing something different. Because it will be when we start looking at downrange development and stuff like that. So that's when things start to get a little bit interesting. I can't think of what to name these right now. Early tracking systems is going to be another piece in our puzzle here, because that gives us the upgrade to avionics. Though right now that only upgrades the science core. It's going to be another dim launch, but I think we can do it. Alright. This time let's remember to actually start the science, though we're not going to get much out of the telemetry analysis. Oh, I forgot to plug in the new research. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. This is good music for a rocket launch. Mach 1 is rising a little slower. Probably because this is actually slightly heavier. Get just above Mach 2.5. I'm gonna wait till we drop to Mach 2. Go and go. Good transition. All right. We only need to reach 170 kilometers. We're already at 80 kilometers apoapse here. There's 170. I love that these things can burn beyond their rated burn time so well. Well, as I say that, the engine shuts down. How much residual did we have? Well, not much, but we still got the job done. And my brother's upset about something. My brother the minion. I could just hear him in the background. Fuck! So that's completed. Pretty soon here we'll have the other one completed. We'll have more science. I want to see what this can do with just fuel on board. This thing could get pretty far. Of course, the logical... I'd love to have the above-ground ignition version of the Veronique, because it needs ground support clamps to ignite. If I have the above ground one, I can use it as the second stage of my 3-stage vehicle with the RD200. I love watching these things just sort of pirouette around. It's funny to me. Yeah. Bang! Alright. Well, that was a good flight. We got our contracts done. We got more science. Ow. Skinned my finger at some point today, evidently. Ouch. Bugger. Alright, well, I don't like to usually run shorter streams. We did get started pretty late today. I hope that doesn't happen in the future. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up just because I know that my brother goes to bed in about an hour, and we usually try to wind things down about an hour before then. If we take an ad break and then do another half hour, we'll be well beyond that. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and wind things down at this point. I would like to thank everyone for watching and ask if you like us, please make sure you're following. Check out my website at phoenixaura.xyz. I'm sure somebody, probably me, will have the link here pretty quick. I wonder if Gamester will beat me to it. No. That'll be me dropping the link right there. I wonder why my chat notification for Pretzel isn't working. It's, oh, because I turned it off because it's displayed up top. I'm a ding-dong. Blah. Okay. Either way, we will be back next Tuesday with this, and we will have much more to do in the Kerbal Space Universe. In Kerbal Realism, that is, Kerbal Universe is something different. That is on YouTube, and that will be happening hopefully pretty soon. I'm going to be recording a bunch of things if I can tomorrow. For now, make sure you check out the website at phoenixaura.xyz. Consider supporting the channel. Don't forget, we have our game giveaway on Discord. We have our supporter rewards on Patreon and Streamlabs for $10, $20, and $50 supporters this month. With all that in mind, from Phoenix Aura Studios, this is Arinia. Good night.